Hi everyone, this is Meir. The wind of last week cooled down. There still is wind that causes many people to walk with coats outdoors. But I was running with a bathing suit and, as usual, bury my flip-flops before I went in the sand. And I can see the big difference between walking in the park with shoes, even though I walk in sandy areas, than walking bare feet on the sand. What a difference. I can really see why I don't have back problems. While treating more than 2,000 people with different back problems, I truly still accuse our chair as well as cement and shoes on our back problems. Shoes confine the feet. Cement is jarring on the feet, and there is nothing as pleasant as the sand on the beach. You know, until now, we think we can conquer nature. Truthfully, we need to use nature to our advantage. And spending 2 hours of quick walk or easy run on the beach made a difference in my mood, in my demeanor, in my thought, in everything I can think about. You think your thoughts are installed in you. No, they're not. You could end up not thinking the natural thoughts that you have just because of tension that you experience. You could actually be engaged in repetitive thoughts that don't work for you in any way because you're not by the ocean, because you're not by the sea, and because you never let yourself feel the wind and let the wind massage your body. Same way I could say that our experience of the body is extremely limited. Look at medicine. They prevent us from thinking that our eyes can get better. They endorse heavy sports that we know shorten people's life. They don't know anything about good exercises. They get us to do repetitive exercises that slowly but surely make all of our joints arthritic and make the nerve impulse very, very monotonous. So if we want to increase the ability of our nervous system to work better, we need to start and learn coordination exercises, but we need to be with nature. Now that in the northern hemisphere, we have more and more sunny days, it's time for us to accept easy breeze as a good thing. And today the wind was massaging me. It did not bother me. And I'm sorry that it bothered so many people who had 3 or 4 layers with easy wind. And I already mentioned that winds in the past, which were much more furious, did not bother me in the past in my 40s and 50s. But now that I'm approaching my late 60s, I allow myself a breezy wind that even people in their 20s guard against. So adapting to nature, learning about our nervous system is our next step. And I would like you all to work with my MP3 or CD, Strengthening Your Central Nervous System. It could be priceless. You would be amazed how slowly, coordination exercise you feel that you're completely incapable of doing, you could end up doing within a couple of weeks. And that enhances your life and enhances your sense of control over your body. Media at times was very kind to me, especially in small radio stations like WPFW in DC, WBAI in New York, and KPFA in Berkeley. Those are basically Pacifica stations. From time to time, I would appear on a big station like KGO, ABC station here in San Francisco, or on KQED, and sometimes in a controversial way, means the host would attack me for doing things which are different, and sometimes host would invite me and be very warm to me. It was much easier to be in the Pacifica station and be warmed by the hosts in those stations. And I must say that many thousands of people heard me on the media. But I didn't have as much coverage as I'm going to have this coming June 16. While once upon a time, at 1988, I enjoyed being 12 whole minutes on CNN in Los Angeles, with 2 commercial breaks and with some skepticism for my hostess in that time, although it gave good results to my first book, Self-Healing My Life and Vision. And I was in the Chronicle 3 times and in the Examiner. But it is once in a while, and it was never that big. This time, I'm going to be in an unusual show that has huge audience. It's going to be on Lee Carroll show. He says that he is a clairvoyant for a being called Crayon. And most people are probably not aware of it, but there are literally hundreds of thousands of people who look at it. And myself, I don't belong to the psychic world. I have a lot of intuition, but I'm not a psychic. I didn't take a class in the Berkeley Psychic Institute. I'm so happy to meet that huge crowd. It's in a place which is called Healing Wednesday. And Crayon, or Lee Carroll, decided that he will interview 52 healers worldwide. And I wish I would remember the name of the wonderful Israeli lady who contacted me on WhatsApp and said, "You have to be on that show." And she recommended me, and we made the application, and they accepted us. It's going to be 20 minutes of interview and questions and answers at the end of the show. I would like you all to see that interview, as I see it a historical moment in the exposure of my work. It's not a small audience, it's a very specialized audience, but it's a world audience with hundreds of thousands of people. It's not CNN in its size, but more than CNN in its attention. And it is a very positive interview. And so I would love all of you to come to Healing Wednesday with Lee Carroll. And whether you watch the whole show or you're with me for my 20 minutes and at the end of the show be a part of the questions and answer period, I would love for all of you to be there. I'm sure that you will learn something new, because every interview brings something new. And it's time for my message of absorbing nature, being with nature, using what we normally don't use in our body, should be known worldwide. And this is a good step. Many blessings to all of you, Meir.